Hi, everybody. I'm Mike, and this is Mike Miller Talks Life. Today's thought or quote is how to deal with negative people. Ignore them. Negative people, negativity everywhere. This negativity is on the rise. Everywhere you go, you're going to encounter negative people. It feels like there's more and more. I've been spending more time on Facebook because we're in shelter in place and sometimes there's not much to do. And it's just amazing how much negativity is on Facebook. At every post, it's just negative conversation. And sometimes they're very positive posts, but people have something negative to say. It's crazy. When you look at the leaders of our nation, it's just become a climate of negativity. Just nothing positive is going on, it doesn't seem, and it's a little overwhelming. And it feels like that negativity is trickling down to us. The negative are habitually skeptical, cynical, gloomy. They always expect and always see the worst in everything. They love putting everything down. They love gossiping, being critical, complaining, nonstop. The negative people will sit next to us on the bus. They'll sit next to us in our churches. Maybe not now because we can't sit by each other, but they could be coworkers or neighbors. And some even live in our homes. As a former pastor, before I retired, I felt like one of the toughest groups to deal with were the negative because they never could see anything good. They found a problem for every solution we came up with. And it was pretty draining at times. Negative people can be allowed into your life. And when they are, boy, they're not supportive. They hinder you from developing or reaching your potential. They'll shoot down your ideas, your goals, and your dreams. They constantly discourage us in pursuing our dreams. They'll challenge decisions you plan to make, and they'll cause you to question or feel bad about yourself. When the negativity just goes on so long, you can't take anymore. They drain our energy. They're not a good group to be around. The negative are dangerous. Not dangerous because they might physically harm you. I kind of doubt that's going to happen, but their danger is that they are so toxic. Experts tell us that when a person is constantly negative, or if you're around heavy doses of negativity, it can weaken your immune system. It will lessen your ability to get through hard life situations. It will increase your stress, and it robs you of joy, and it can damage your soul. Can even cause depression. Another thing about negativity is that it is highly contagious. A famous baseball coach from long ago, kind of a real crazy guy, always in hot water. And when he was taking his teams on the road, when he discovered negative players, he would make sure they were put in the same room when they would stop at hotels after a game. And his reason was this way, their negative attitudes would not spread to the rest of the team because negativity is so contagious. It just drags everybody down. We've all experienced having friends over, and normally everybody gets along fine, has a wonderful visit, and it's always fun. But every once in a while, the conversation can go negative, and it's because the negative person in the group gets control, and before you know it, we're all pulled down, and we're all chiming in on this negative topic. The Apostle Paul Christian leader, wrote most of the New Testament, or a large portion of the New Testament, said bad company corrupts good character. The question, are these the kind of people you want in your inner circle? The kind of people that you want real close to you? I think that's an important question to ask. And if they get too close to you, how are we supposed to deal with the negative person? The quote says to ignore them. And that seems kind of weird. Like, how would I mean, it's hard to know what that means. I think ignoring people can mean two things. First is spend less time with them. Sometimes that can be hard if they're a prominent person in your life. So it doesn't always have to be just suddenly you're done, heavy duty thing, you're dead to me or something weird like that. I think sometimes it's better, or it can be better, to do little by little and just work at spending less and less time with them. Maybe don't invite them to a couple of things. Take longer to respond to their text or phone messages. Less and less time. The second part of this ignoring is avoid telling them your plans. This will stop the negative flow into your life. I think this is really hard because we really like to share the things that we are excited about. It's kind of normal, it's natural. But with a negative person, you don't want to do that, because when you share your personal plans and dreams and goals, then that gives them an opportunity to spew this toxic negativity all over you. It's like they're vomiting all over you and just crushing your dreams and goals and plans. It's just sucking the life out of you. And so that's why you want to avoid sharing your plans and personal goals with them. If you have to talk to them, because they'll still be around, just keep it as positive as you can. If it starts going negative, change the topic and make it shorter times that you're with them. Do not share personal plans, dreams, and goals. You can do this gracefully. I don't think it requires a big announcement. That would be weird. I don't think you should send out a text to all of your friends and tell them, oh, hey, little heads up, by the way, I'm going to do this thing to this person. No. This is between you and the negative person. It's no one else's concern. And you're just trying to deal with getting them away from you. So you don't have to announce it. It's just important. These two little rules, I think, our little steps are valuable. Whether it's trying to deal with a negative person or just get out of a relationship that you realize is going south, it just simply decide you're done and then don't feed the relationship. And the way you stop feeding a relationship is no time with them and no sharing of personal information. And the person will lose interest and pull away. Always that. If you ever go back on, you start spending time with them or you share some personal things with them, then it's back on. You've got to decide and then follow those two steps. Now, this seems kind of harsh because I know we worry about people and a lot of us are just nice people. But I think if you think of it differently, this is like self-care. This is the best gift you can give yourself. to get toxic people out of your life. It helps you grow. It helps you come alive and move forward in your life. And so don't not do it. You will be overwhelmed at how positive this can be. You will become a better person. As soon as you make the decision to move them out of your life and you stop spending time with them and you stop sharing personal life with them, you want to begin looking for new people, the right kind of people who can be close to you and part of your inner circle. And the kind of people you look for are positive and hopeful people, people who will support you and your ambitions, who will encourage your ideas and give you constructive feedback. And you can give constructive feedback in a positive way. Just because it's truth doesn't mean it needs to be harsh. They'll help you go where you want to go. Now, I know it's hard to pick new friends. I think it is. But there could be people like this around you already. If you just look around and see some of the people you know that you see often, they could be candidates to be a part of this inner circle for you. And just observe them when they're in conversations. If they typically are positive and encouraging, then they could be a candidate for you to share some of the exciting things in your life, your plans and dreams, and maybe ask them for constructive feedback and they can give that. When this is a spouse or someone who lives under the roof where you live, a family member, it's a little trickier. And you must approach with caution. But it can be done. I think it needs a conversation. And that feels overwhelming, I know, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe it is, I don't know. You want a conversation that says you need more positive support when you're sharing your dreams and goals with them. You want them to be a part of your life. And then you want to try to understand from this conversation why they are negative. Sometimes people are negative because they want to protect you from making a bad choice or doing something that might cause you some kind of a emotional pain or disappointment. Experts tell us that a lot of people who are negative are fearful, and the fear comes across as anger and negativity. You want to learn this. Then you can be more understanding with them, maybe more patient with them, and you can plan your conversations in light of this. And it'll change the whole scenario. It'll start moving it in a healthy direction. This may even be a motivation for them to make some changes so they're not so negative. If they really care about you, they're not going to want to be an anchor in your life that holds you back and is damaging you. So the goal for you is not to take it personal when somebody's negative. It's not your problem, it's their problem. And to make it a choice that you will not allow negative people to be a part of your inner circle anymore. You're going to start making some changes and picking people with better care who get that close to you. Well, thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful. I hope there's something to think about and maybe chew on or maybe add to manage the negative people that are in your life. And I hope you have a great week until next time.